I quite agree with you, Mr. Stalker. If such a tape were in existence, it might well prove of significant value.
Are you suggesting it doesn't exist?
I'm suggesting that at this point, I don't know whether it does or not.
I need the product of that tape. All the transcripts, all the logs.
Yes, I can see that.
You see, I don't believe that what I was asked to look into here are a few procedural irregularities. These are issues of the utmost gravity.
Yes, you may well be right.
Well?
MI5 won't do anything to stand in your way.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, you can tell Herman you have my permission to view the log and anything else you require to complete your investigation. Good luck, John.
Thank you.
Yes. I think we may have a slight problem.
Burton, there's a couple of your chums from the Greater Manchester Police to see you. Come on.
Sit down, Burton. So, what have you got for us this time?
I've heard you might have an interest in the Quality Street gang.
Why?
How do you think they get the drugs in?
You tell us, Davy.
You want to keep your eye on a certain businessman. A Rotarian. A Tory bigwig. Why don't you ask him about his yacht? His holidays in Miami.
And who is this pillar of society?
I'll say no more.
Oh, come on. Every copper in Manchester knows you'd sell your white-haired old granny for 20 woodbines. 10. Who is it, Davy?
Well, you might keep your eye on Kevin Taylor.
Oh, for Christ's sake, not that old chestnut. Mafeking has been relieved, you know. You know we've got nothing on him.
Oh, aye. And why is that, then?
You tell us.
Because he's got somebody to keep things sweet for him. What did you think?
Oh, come on, Davy. Spit it out.
He's got a pet copper on a pension, you Burke.
Oh, aye. Who's that, then?
Deputy Chief Constable John Stalker.
Sit down, would you please?
Your full name, please.
Samuel George Flanagan.
During the period of October to December 1982, what was your position?
I was Chief Inspector in charge of a tasking and coordination group at Gulf Parish, County Armagh.
Now, before I put any further questions to you, I must tell you. We're here to investigate allegations that you fabricated evidence, which you subsequently submitted to investigating officers. and that this amounts to an attempt to pervert the course of justice.
This is utter nonsense.
It's therefore my duty to caution you that you're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. But that anything you do say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
What are these allegations?
Did you meet with other senior special branch officers on the evenings following the incidents at Tullygally East Road, the Ballinary Hayshed, and Malacreevy Park?
Aye, I did, yes.
And what was the purpose of these meetings?
Well, you know, don't you?
Why don't you tell us?
We met for the debriefings. We had to get the story straight.
Was this at your initiation?
It was policy.
Did you devise the cover stories?
Well, it was a kind of Chinese parliament, you know?
I beg your pardon?
Well, the decision was made by the assembled company, but no one person could be said to be responsible for it. Democracy in action, you might say. How am I doing? Is this what you're after? You're getting what you want.
What's the aim of SSU training?
They're trained to react.
Firepower, speed, aggression.
That's right.
In other words, shoot to kill.
There was no shoot-to-kill policy. That's a media invention.
What about Kinnigo, Flanagan?
Well, that's a mistake I'll have to live with.
You knew the explosives were in that hay shed.
I did, yes.
How did you feel when you heard those 3 officers had died?
How do you think it felt, man?
So you engineered Tullygally and the hay shed in revenge for those murders?
Come on, you'll have to do better than that.
But how did the explosives get out? MI5 had that place bugged, didn't they?
I had a few problems with the device, as I recall.
I think you let those explosives out.
And why would I do that?
To protect your source.
Those men were expendable, weren't they, Flanagan?
You're on the wrong track.
You let those men die. Your man needed a result to prove to the provost that he was not the informant.
That's a damn lie. Take that back.
But you were prepared to tamper with the evidence to protect that source.
In the interest of national security, it was policy.
Policy? You call it policy, I call it lies, deception, perversion of justice.
Aye, well, you would.
Who was it produced this policy?
I can't help you there.
How high up does this go?
Mr. Stalker, I like my job. I know which side I'm on.